Hi there, I'm Shewa Kisomi and I'm here to talk a little more about the project I've been working on for a few months now. It's Picture This and it's Nigeria's first ever photography TV show. What I had in mind when I decided to take a television show like this on air was an atmosphere where people can learn photography, and not just professionals but anybody whatsoever that has any interest in photography. That includes those that have BB phones, camera phones, compact cameras, professional cameras, any type of photography. Okay, so we'll be teaching different tips and tricks that will ultimately help us become better photographers. We'll be having different segments on the show. There's a segment we call Photo Facts. We'll be telling you different facts on photography. For example, did you know the first picture that was taken back in 1837? Most people don't know that, and it took about 5 hours to expose. Okay, so we'll be sharing with us different facts, photography facts that will help us, have a better idea of this, photography, how it started, where it's coming from, perhaps even where it's going. Another segment also in the show is one we call Photographer of the Week. And in this segment, we'll be showcasing Nigerian photographers not just based in Nigeria but of Nigerian citizenship that are actually doing very well. Okay, we've talked to the likes of Kelechi Amadiobi, we've interviewed Shola Animashaun, we've interviewed Segun Adebiyi, and a lot of others. We are considering working now with T.Y. Bello. There are a lot of Nigerian photographers that when you hear their story of how they started, you realize that you actually don't need much for you to start yourself. So that's Photographer of the Week. Another segment on the show is called Photo of the Week. Okay, in this segment we'll be showcasing pictures that are considered to be wow. Pictures that when you see them, you ask yourself, under what circumstances did they take this picture? Basically, you learn more about the scenarios that affected a particular great picture, particular photo of the week. Another segment is actually what we call training. Basically, we'll be taking you to our training academy where we feature facilitators like myself, Shola Animashaun, Michael Adebiyi, even Kelechi Amadiobi, teaching us on how we could get better in different aspects of photography, whether studio lighting, branding your business, your photography business that is, handling food photography, any type of photography. We take you to our training academy where you learn tricks of the trade. Another segment is what we call the question and answer segment. Now here is where you guys actually get to play a big role. I need you to actually send me questions that are actually burning on your heart. Any question whatsoever that has to do with photography. I've been getting a lot of questions, lately, not just lately, but for a while now, and that has been part of the inspiration that made me decide to work on a project like this. So we'll attempt to answer the questions and not just get back to you via email, but we'll actually try to answer the more serious questions on air. For example, someone still emailed me yesterday and asked me which is the best camera to buy. To find out the answer on that, just stay tuned for the show. So any questions whatsoever that you have, please, right there on your screen, the email address is there for you to send the questions to picturethis@ellophotos.com. Any question whatsoever, as long as it's photography related, I will do my best as much as possible to answer as much as possible to your satisfaction. And the interesting thing about this TV show is the fact that should in case you actually happen to miss an episode on air, okay, it's going to be a 1-hour program on prime time. Basically, I'm not allowed to share with us the TV station yet, but it's going to be about 1 hour. Should in case you happen to miss the 1-hour episode on air, you could actually go to our YouTube channel. Perhaps that's where you're watching this right now, youtube.com/ellophotos, and you could review the whole episode all over again. So either way, you could always have a reference point for maybe the second episode we did 6 months ago, 2 months ago, or even last week. So it's more like an archive our YouTube channel, that is, you know, should you happen to miss any episode, you can always stop by there and watch it all over again. Okay, so here is one more favor I need from you guys. I've mentioned the different segments we'll be working on. Of course, we're still working on other things that, you know, will come on the show too. One of the things we're working on is actually getting the makings. I'm sure you've seen some pictures of maybe Kelechi Amadiobi, or maybe a picture that T.Y. Bello took, or maybe even a picture that someone like Shola Animashaun, celebrity photographer, took of perhaps the band or something. In the making, we show you how the picture was gotten. You know, we reveal to you that, look, it's actually not as difficult as you really think it is. Okay, so that's one other thing we are working on. But apart from that, if you have any suggestions whatsoever that you feel could make this program richer or better, please send us a note. Send me a note. I will personally read it myself at picturethis@ellophotos.com, and I'll be glad to incorporate it too. Also, if there happens to be a photographer that you feel is worthy enough to be considered photographer of the week, you could recommend someone, and we'll gladly, you know, contact the person if they meet our criteria basis. One of the things I've actually been looking for, I've realized that there are actually shortages of lady photographers, lady professional photographers. So far, we've only been able to interview, I think, about one. Of course, we should do a few more interviews, you know, on other ladies, but we actually need more lady photographers in the industry. If you happen to know any lady photographer that deserves to be a photographer of the week, let us know. Suggest their names to us, give us their contact details, and we'll get right to them and try to feature them. I hope at the end of all this, you've gotten a better understanding of what the program will be about. So before the end of the year, coming soon to a TV box near you is Picture This, Nigeria's first ever photography TV show. Thank you, and stay tuned.